Alright, we're going to go ahead and get started today. My name is Matt with AMS Software. Welcome to today's webinar. Today we're going to be talking about how to utilize the insurance pending report. Today is Friday, July 25th, and just as a reminder, please use your telephone option for the audio. And if you do have any questions throughout the webinar, feel free to email them to me at info@ams-software.com. I'll try to get to as many questions as I can during the webinar. Any questions I'm not able to get to during the webinar, we can address afterwards. We can call you directly and set up a training session or a time to address your specific question. So again, thank you for attending, and we'll go ahead and get started. So the daily responsibilities for a biller, we really categorize those into 4 different responsibilities each day. The first thing a biller really should do in the morning is enter all your charges for the previous date of service. Once you get all your charges in for the previous date of service, the next responsibility is to file your batch insurance for the previous date of service. So once you have all your charges in for the previous day and you filed your insurance, the next thing that we suggest for a biller is to post any checks that you may have from your insurance companies with your EOBs and your ERAs that you pull down from the clearinghouse. Once you have your charges, your insurance filed, and you've posted all your payments, then the last responsibility of the day is usually to work your insurance pending report, and that is the report that we're going to be reviewing today. So I have my AMS system open already. I'm going to open it up, and Mr. Bill Adams here is going to be our example patient for today. So over here on the left, you can see some of our main options that people use, and under these options is our insurance pending report. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that report. As you can see here, there's an options button. I'm going to quickly go into the options screen so you can see we have a sticky date, which would keep the previous date that you used the last time you ran the report. We also have some options that we're working on for these reports and other reports to be ran automatically on a daily basis. So we're going to have some future webinars on that to address that. But that's a really good suggestion that we got from a lot of clients who wanted to run those automatically. So we're working on those options for you. So once I have my options set, then I'm going to go to my date range. So this report can be ran by payer. If I click this drop down box here, I can run it for a specific payer. Most of our clients would generally just run it for all payers. If you want all of your claims that are outstanding, then you would take out the beginning date. So that's going to go back as far as you've been using the software. And then your ending date would be whatever date you want the report to come up to. So if you want all your claims over 30 days old, then you would count back 30 days from today's date. So if today is July 25th, then I would change the month to June 25th. And this is going to give me all my insurance pending claims over 30 days old. So at this point I can go in and hit the OK button. And here's my report. Here on this column you have the file name of the patient, followed by the date of service, the amount that was filed on the claim, and the payer, the insurance company. Also down here at the bottom right, you're going to get the total amount, and this will be the dollar amount that's on your insurance pending report. So this is basically the total amount of money that's pending over 30 days. I can also open this report in Excel. We have a lot of clients that like to export our reports to Excel and manipulate the data. But we also have the ability to manipulate the data in here where you can click on the columns and sort the insurance companies by payer. You can also sort on any other column. So if you have a specific payer or a specific patient that you're working that particular day, I would suggest to come up here and click on one of these columns, and that way you can sort the specific column. So that's basically the insurance pending report. From here, we would suggest that you go through each one and work each claim. When we have billers call us and ask how they should organize their day, generally what we suggest is that you stick to those 4 responsibilities that we went over at the beginning. And then when you get to your insurance pending report, generally what we suggest is that you run it for over 60 or over 90 days first. For any claims that are over 60 days, we would suggest that you would refile or work these. And then you should really keep the claims over 90 days to 0 if at all possible. If there are any claims over 90 days, these really need to be worked immediately, and you really shouldn't get any claims over 90 days. You can open the patient files by going in and double-clicking on each one to open the file, and the cursor would automatically go to that data service. So from here you can work this specific claim. You could call the insurance company, or you might come in and see that it was already paid but just posted incorrectly, so you could fix that. Let's see, I did get a couple questions in. First question is from Jessica. Jessica asks, what makes a claim show up on the insurance pending report? That's a great question, Jessica. I will go back in here. I'm going to go to our example patient today, Mr. Bill Adams. I'm going to go ahead and open his patient file. And it's going to go to the data service that's showing up on the insurance pending report. So what makes a claim show up on the insurance pending report is any claim that has been filed but does not have an insurance payment directly following it. So any IF that does not have an insurance payment directly underneath it would show up on the insurance pending report. In the AMS software system, the way to close out a claim is to post a payment on this line directly below the insurance filed line. So just to show you an example, let's say that we received an insurance payment. I'm going to go in and post my payment here right under the insurance filed line. And I'm going to close out and save Mr. Bill Adams' file. Then I'm going to go in and run my insurance pending report again with the same date range. And this time, as you can see, Mr. Bill Adams did not show up on the report. So once you post that insurance payment directly under the IF, that claim should come off the report. Again, that was a great question, Jessica. Thank you for that. Let's see, the next question we got was from Tanya. Tanya wants to know if she can post from this report. That's a great question as well, Tanya. We have clients that post different ways, but we do have a lot of clients that do post from this report. Probably one of the best features of this report is when you do double click on a patient, the cursor will automatically go to that open claim. So it's very easy from this point, if you're posting an insurance payment, to just tab over to the next field, put your insurance payment code, and enter your payment from here. So yes, to answer your question, Tanya, it is very likely that you could post your insurance payment from this report. Do not currently have any additional questions. If you do think of any questions after this webinar, feel free to give us a call on our main support line. That number is 919-570-6001. You can also send us an email to support@ams-software.com. Again, thank you for attending, and reach out to us anytime with any additional questions you may have.